All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If we can come to order here and draw our attention to the front, it is 7:01 now, so we will commence with tonight's Coquitlam All Candidates debate. So just a few points of order off the top. First off, we'll be webcasting this live at www.tricitychamber.com. The webcast is brought to you by Tri-City TV and Ani Group. The pigeonhole, which you see on the screen at the back, is the technology that we're going to use tonight. So if you have your smartphone or your tablet, you can go to www.pigeonhole.at and enter the passcode chamber. And you can enter questions and or vote for questions that are already on there, and you'll see them move around on the screen as the votes come in. And we'll be asking questions from that list to the candidates. If you don't have a smartphone or tablet or you're unable to get online, we also welcome you to use the slips of paper that were provided as you came in to write your question down and hand it to one of the volunteers that circulated throughout the room, and we'll put it into the system and try to get it asked. So just to give a quick clarification on the rules and format, some things have changed compared to what we've done in the past. What we will do is each candidate will have 60 seconds for an opening statement. Next, we will call up the following groups of candidates. So first will be our mayoral candidates. We'll have Richard Stewart, Lou Sikora, and Mark Mahovlich. Then we'll have second Neil Nicholson, May Reed, and Justin Kim. Third, we'll have Chauvenaire, Craig Hodge, and Andy Shen. Fourth, we'll have Jack Trimley, Terry Towner, and Mo Copany. Fifth, we'll have Ben Craig, Terry O'Neill, and Chris Wilson. And sixth, we'll have Benita Zarillo, Dennis Marsden, and Brent Asmunsen. Massimo Mandarino sends his regrets he was unable to participate today due to health reasons. The mayoral candidates will have 12 minutes to debate. Councillors will have 8 minutes per grouping. We will first ask a question prepared by the chamber and then ask the candidates public questions until their time is up. After the debate, we will have closing statements. Because of the timed nature of this event, we ask that you hold any applause until the end of each section. So just as a quick note, candidates, again, for your part, we'll ask you to please stick to the time. If the microphone turns off, that's not a cue to talk louder, that's a cue to stop. We'll give you sort of two soft warnings, and then it'll start to get a little firmer and basically then you'll potentially have your time suspended. So if everybody understands that, if everybody's ready to go, then we can start with our opening statements. Starting us off will be Richard Stewart.
I guess from here though, are we?
No, if you could make your way to the middle podium, that would be great.
Sure. My name is Richard Stewart. I'm the mayor of Coquitlam, and I want to thank you all for coming out here. I also want to thank the chamber. Every year, every election, they do an absolutely wonderful job of trying to engage citizens in the issues of the election, and that's very important. And I especially want to, as I do all the time, thank the candidates that have put their names forward, because it doesn't work without that. We really need, in this community, to continue to grow the kinds of public consultation that has really made it work. I believe in a different style of leadership, a style that builds consensus, and we've done that here in Coquitlam with a number of things. The first thing the reason I ran for mayor actually 6 years ago was because of the 25-year stalemate on the Evergreen line. I wanted to build consensus among the mayors of the region and with funding partners that would be the province and the federal government, and we did that. We achieved that, and as you can tell by the lack of parking outside right now, we've got it under construction and it'll be ready shortly, within 20 months. I want to do that now with the Riverview.
Thank you, Richard. That's 1 minute.
Thank you.
So, point of information for the candidates, I think we mentioned it, but the clock is right over here on your left. Lou Sikora, if you'd like to come up.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out here tonight. I'm running for mayor in Coquitlam. I used to be mayor here for 16 years. Why am I running again? Because in the last 6 years, we have had no leadership whatsoever. And the mayor goes on to say that he builds consensus. Well, if he builds consensus, why does he want certain people elected, certain people not elected? Can he not build consensus with the people that might get elected by you, ladies and gentlemen? I will work with every person that, we got many, many candidates here tonight that are very, very good candidates. They all have something to offer. Whoever you elect, I will work with. I don't have to say, well, unless certain people get elected, the sky will fall. There's no such thing. I was a leader before, and believe me, our city hall needs leadership. Our staff needs leadership. If If you ask our council members, they need leadership. Everybody needs leadership. I'm not going to be running around the city with a camera around my neck.
Thank you,
taking
Mr.
pictures.
Sikora. That's 1 minute.
Okay, thank you.
Next, we'll have Mark Mahabalich.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Mahabalich. I was born in Coquitlam. I attended schools here. I have 2 years of Douglas College for business and commerce and finance. I worked in the trades as a carpenter for many years until injuries, as well as I've been a hockey official with Hockey Canada for quite some time, too long. And I also have worked in the movie industry as a movie car driver. I've shot quite a few movies in this area over the last 20 years or so. And the reason I'm getting into politics as far as the mayor, I'm running for the mayor, is issues with the ongoing mayor with disrespect to citizens and constituents such as myself, whom have tried to bring attention to serious issues, as well as the wasted spending of taxpayers' money, excessive taxes, services that are dwindling, and quite frankly, I'm not impressed with the city of Coquitlam.
Thank you, Mr. Mahabalich. That's 1 minute.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have Neil Nicholson.
Hi, I'm Neil Nicholson. I'm running for council because I want to protect Coquitlam. You need leaders working together for all of you. We're a team of 5 strong leaders committed to protecting Coquitlam. Our challenges are affordability. Coquitlam has to stay affordable. We need to develop housing choices so our kids can live where they grew up. The economy, jobs. As the city grows, we need good employers, jobs for people where they live. We'll use your resources at City Hall to grow our economy. We'll continue to shrink the spread between business and residential taxes. Fun and safety, the police need our support. They need the tools so that they can do the work and we won't have to worry. We can enjoy the city that we've built. To serve you best, I need a strong team. November 15th, vote Shobha Nair, Jack Trumley, Benita Zarillo, Chris Wilson, and me, Neil Nicholson, vote CCA.
Thank you, Neil. Next, we'll have May Reid.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming out on this rainy night. My name is May Reid. In my 1 minute, I can tell you that my vision of a competent city councillor is one that values public money like their own, that respects democracy and the right of residents to be honestly heard and listened to, a councillor that recognizes that with change comes opportunity, but with challenges as well. A councillor that expects and demands developers to deliver more than mediocrity and listens to the needs of the city and the neighborhood, not for developers to just deliver what is expedient for them. I am that candidate. I understand development, I challenge them, I challenge the issues, and I do care a great deal for my community, as can be told by my record. I would certainly appreciate your continuing support. Thank you.
Thank you, May. Next is Justin Kim.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Justin Kim, an independent candidate. I'm married. I'm a father of 2 children, age 8 and 4. I own a small business specializing in IT consulting. I'm a community volunteer and actively involved in church, work with youth, young families, seniors, and veterans. As your city councillor, I will work to ensure there are good amenities and infrastructures in place to meet your needs. I will encourage growth in the high-tech sector, leading to more local quality jobs. I will respect the views of residents and ensure City Hall remains open, transparent, accountable, so that we are fiscally responsible with your tax dollars. On November 15th, vote for Justin Kim. I will serve to the best of my ability to uphold and enhance our beautiful and diverse city. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Next up is Shobha Nair.
Thank you all for coming. My name is Shobha Nair. 14 years ago, my husband and I chose Coquitlam as our home. We chose the city because of the green spaces and wonderful parks and beautiful neighborhoods. Coquitlam is growing. Our challenge is to manage that growth in a way which preserves and protects the things we all love about the city. That kind of management needs leadership. leaders who work together in the City Hall to protect the interest of our citizens, to ensure our city remains an affordable place to live, to protect our environment, to build strong local economy with good paying jobs, to make our city safe, fun and vibrant. I'm Shobha Nair. I'm a college instructor, married and mom to 3 beautiful girls who go to Gleneagle Secondary School. I've been active in the local community and currently I serve as a Vice Chair of Family Court and Youth Justice Committee, City of Coquitlam. This election, I'm asking for your
Thank you,
support.
Shobha. That's 1 minute. Next is Craig Hodge.
Hi, my name is Craig Hodge, and I'm running for re-election here in the city of Coquitlam for City Council. I'm just completing my first term on council, but I've lived here in Coquitlam for all of my life, and now I'm raising my family here in Coquitlam. I coach youth soccer, I coach ball hockey, I'm a scout leader, I'm a past president of the Coquitlam Heritage Society, and I'm a past president of this chamber, the Tri-City Chamber of Commerce. I'm also a past director of the BC Chamber of Commerce. I was elected by local businesses here in the Lower Mainland to serve 6 terms on the BC Chamber of Commerce. As a past president of the Chamber of Commerce here, I've been a strong voice of local business. And I was successful in bringing our 3 cities together to form a single municipal multi-jurisdictional business license. And that's helped to cut red tape. And together, we've been able to grow businesses. And in fact, all 3 of our city councils.
Thank you, Craig. That's 1 minute. Yeah, please feel free to applaud after the speeches. More still for the debates themselves, when each individual speech after the debate was what we were talking about. Apologies from the moderator table. Sorry, Andy Shen, please go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Andy Shen, and I'm running to be your next Coquitlam City Councillor. I've been a proud resident of Coquitlam for the past 20 years. This is where I grew up, this is where I went to school, and this is where I plan on working. I currently work for a federal member of parliament. I've been door knocking all summer, both residents and businesses, and I've heard the same thing over and over again. We need well-paying jobs in Coquitlam. And to do so, we need to make sure that our economy is great. But you know what? There's some fiscal responsibility at City Hall. Taxes keep going up year after year, and we need to lower taxes so that we remain competitive in the Lower Mainland. I hope that I can count on your support in the upcoming election. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Next is Jack Trumley.
Hello, welcome tonight. My name is Jack Trumley. I was born and raised in a military family, so I've traveled all over the world, including across Canada as well. I'm fortunate to raise my family here, and I've been here for 20 years. I'm chair of the library board. I've sat on many city committees establishing positive relationships with many stakeholders. I'm also past president of the Laurel Foundation, and I'm also a biologist, and I care deeply about the environment. I'm a 30-year banker. I'm a branch manager, and I'm also an auditor. I've specialized in small business and commercial finance. I have an intimate understanding of the challenges that businesses have today. As your chair, the team of the library board has put processes together. Not only did we improve service, but we actually extended our hours in the library at no cost to you. I want to bring this successful model to City Hall. City Hall is not just a building, it's a service. And I also want small businesses to have greater access to the city's procurement requirements and be a part of the supply chain of goods and services in the city. It's what good economies do. But I need to have a team to do this. We have been clear in our support for small business and our
Thank you, Jack. That's 1 minute. Next is Terry Towner.
Good evening, my name is Terry Towner and I'm an independent candidate seeking my first term on City Council. I live, work and play in Coquitlam for the same reasons as you. Coquitlam is a great city with lots to offer. Coquitlam's future is bright. Many of you here know me from my vast community involvement over many years and in many leadership roles. My commitment and dedication to but one facet of my community that I'm proud to share with you is I'm the only non-incumbent candidate to receive the endorsement from Coquitlam Sports Associations, and I received both those endorsements. In terms of community and the people in it, my track record has proven you can count on me. I'm a team player, I have common sense, and I can be a strong voice. I'm running for council to contribute to this track record and continue to contribute to the quality of life in Coquitlam in an even more positive and meaningful way. A vote for me is a vote for community. I listen, I care, I make things happen.
Thank you, Terry. As a point of order, it's been brought to my attention, Mo Kopai is not here. We will now move to Ben Craig.
Can I take it off? Michael, wow. Thanks, Aaron and Mike, and thanks to the Tri-City Chamber of Commerce for hosting this important event. My name is Ben Craig. I'm your independent candidate for council. I believe in supporting our communities, our small businesses, and you, the taxpayer. Our government has become unaffordable. Our property taxes go up, while our services go down. City Hall isn't thinking like a taxpayer. Now, I've spoken to thousands of you over the years, and your message is clear. This has to stop. If we want to live in the greatest city in British Columbia, our politicians can't just show up every 4 years to ask for your vote. They have to show up every single day, and that's what I've been doing. As a community activist, I've been deeply engaged in the civic process. I've been a financial advisor for over 15 years. I understand the value of a dollar and the need to stick to budgets. If you share these values, then vote for me, Ben Craig, on November 15th for City Council. Thank you.
Next is Terry O'Neill.
Hi, I'm Terry O'Neill. I'm a current city councillor, an independent one, and I'm running for re-election. You know, this is our 4th all-candidates meeting, and we've heard a lot of big themes. Tax reduction, municipal spending, services, densification, transit. There's been one issue we have not heard from, and it's kind of the elephant in the room. It's been referred to a few times. It's the fact that there's a big slate running, and the fact is that slate is an NDP slate. The NDP is attempting to take over City Hall. It's no coincidence that every member of that slate is an NDP. It's no coincidence that the NDP MLA and MP for the area are endorsing the slate. It's no coincidence that the very heavily NDP-aligned QP union is endorsing the slate. So we all know the damage that was caused to BC when the NDP were in power. So let's keep them out. Let's vote for independents like me. I'm Terry O'Neill.
Thank you, Terry. That's 1 minute. Next up, Chris Wilson.
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. Thanks to the Chamber for putting this on. My name is Chris Wilson, and I am running for re-election on City Council because I want to protect Coquitlam and all the great things that we have in our community. I've been a strong community champion for Coquitlam for almost 20 years. I've lived here for 25 years. And as a former Olympian in wrestling, I know about teamwork. I know about what it takes to be successful at something, and I'm not afraid of hard work. Through my ongoing involvement in community organizations like SHARE, Operation Red Nose, the Chamber, Rotary, I've shown that I truly care about our community and I'm involved in our community. What does this look like? To me, it looks like it means ensuring our city remains an affordable place to live. It means protecting our environment. It means building a strong local economy with good paying jobs and taking advantage of all the infrastructure improvements that have happened to our city. And it means making sure our city is both a safe and vibrant place to live. I believe I brought a fresh perspective on City Council, and I ask
Thank you, Chris. That's 1 minute. Next up, Bonita Zarillo.
Hi, I'm your City Councillor, Bonita Zarillo, and I'm in front of you tonight to ask for your vote for re-election because there's still a lot of work to do to strengthen our local economy. In my term on council, I've worked to include the needs of business in my decisions so that the whole community can benefit from a strong economy. I have addressed the local flavor missing from the city's procurement policy. I've brought the intervenor status for the Trans Mountain Pipeline to protect the United Boulevard Employment Corridor. I fully supported the long-term bricks and mortar businesses on our city town centre in the discussion about mobile food trucks. I've been part of the Chamber of Commerce Economic Development Committee that brought the SkyTrain event so that businesses could learn how local businesses can benefit from the transit expansion. I have more work to do on your behalf. That is why I'm asking for your support in this election. Let's keep the momentum going and grow our local economy economy and bring more prosperity to Coquitlam. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Next is Dennis Marsden.
Good evening. My name is Dennis Mars, and I'm an independent candidate asking for your support for City Council. My brochure and my website will speak about my experiences. So tonight I want to answer the one question that people are asking me on doorsteps. How do you get a 0% tax increase? In 2013, the City of Coquitlam finished the year with $200 million in the bank. That's unrestricted funds. We also carried debt of $34 million. We're paying up to 7.3%. This year alone, we will spend $9 million servicing that debt. That $9 million, ladies and gentlemen, is 3 times the amount needed to get to a 0% tax increase. If you had a $50,000 mortgage on your home and $300,000 cash in the bank, would you continue to pay the bank 7%? It's logic like that that we need to address at City Hall. On November 15th, please elect Dennis Marsden, your independent council.
Thank you, Dennis. That's fine. Next we have Brent Asmundson.
Thank you very much for coming out tonight on a wet night. I'm married, 2 grown children. I'm a bus driver in this community. I've been driving for 28 years, 24 years in this community. I see people on the ground floor of my bus. I meet everybody. I hear the concerns of my constituents in this community. I see the potential of our city. I'm committed to making sure that your tax dollars are spent wisely. Our neighborhoods are safe. We incorporate environmentally sound development and infrastructure practices and business-friendly and continue to improve road and transit options in this city. We all have a voice in local government, and I will carry on with my goal to make sure that your voices are heard. I believe and will continue to ensure that our city's best management practices are open, transparent, and respectful. I'm an independent candidate, not to tie to anything. We're 9 people in council. We should be working as a team of 9, not a team of 5. So on November 15th, vote Brent Asmundson for council. Thank you.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you to all the candidates. That concludes the opening statements portion of tonight's debate.